Coming down with a minute left to go in warm-ups. Hello, everyone tuning in from home. Thank you for watching coming in to watch the broadcast for today's junior game, the second junior game for the girls, going off against North Star. I couldn't make the first game. I was asleep. But a strong 4-0 win at the beginning of the day, bringing these girls, letting them sit at a 1-0 record. I think goals came two from Ryan Adams, one from Della Valle, and another from St. Denis. And this game should be just as good as the last one. So sit tight. You got about 20 seconds left to go on warm-ups, and we'll bring you guys your game time action. All right, here we go. Thank you guys again for tuning in. On that starting line, it looks like we're going to have Adams down the middle with Barone and George on the wing. A new addition for the girls, Allison George. Back on the blue line, you're going to have Lila St. Denis on the right, Kensington Verbiger on the left, and starting in net for the Vortex will be Walton. I wonder if this goes up any higher. Oh my God, it does. That's as high as it goes. Adams taking the draw, and here we go. Adams wins that draw, but Barone throws it up towards the North Star defense. Almost gets back in time, but it's thrown back towards North Star. Coming back into Vortex zone, St. Denis has the puck, gives it over to Adams on that right side. Adams taking her time in the middle. Cutting it up the left, taking it across the logo. Crosses the red line, dumps it into the zone. Chasing it in, almost gets there. George trying to pinch on the wall, doesn't get there. And North Star takes that puck, cross-ice pass down the middle. Crossing the red line, taking it in the Vortex zone. Giving it over to St. Denis. St. Denis finds it, gets it out of the zone. Adams keeping with. St. Denis gets that puck right back up. No one holding on possession. George picks that puck up. Gives it up to the middle gets it over to St. Denis. St. Denis skating it into the North Star zone. Cutting it up close, looking for a shot. On net, saved by Geniak. North Star starts taking it back the other way into the Vortex zone. And St. Denis gets a pickpocket. Behind her own net, taking her time with it, looking up towards the boards, gets it over to Rhodey. Rhodey loses it in her feet, but recovers. Rhodey still holding onto it to the blue line. Starting to take it back up. Nice move by Rhodey. She's coming in on the left side, having Della Valle on the right. Trying to get the pass over to Della Valle, doesn't get there in time. Della Valle up top looking for Walton, doesn't go. Highlight of the game last game. Bryn Walton with an assist. Rhodey taking that puck up the left side. Now here she goes. Couldn't get the puck. Oh, scary hook. I don't know if you guys can hear me well. This is a very awkward position to have the camera in. Tied up in the corner with Rhodey is Della Valle and two North Star defenders. Della Valle cuts it up the middle. Gives it over to Wilson on that right side. Wilson looking for a shot, blocked. That's Perry on the block for North Star. And North Star takes it back the other way. Della Valle recovering on defense. Good defensive play by Della Valle. Gets rid of the puck and directed over towards Power on that left side. North Star still with it. That's Perry down low. Tied up with her own teammate, Della Valle. Rhodey gets that puck out of the zone. And it gets sent down the other way. Icing waved off. Power on the way back, trying to get hauled I can't say that word. Trying to get back onto that puck. North Star able to clear their own zone, but it's given right back to the Vortex who have to regroup down in their own zone. St. Denis up the wall for Power. Power loses the puck up along the wall. North Star takes it right back and dumps it into the Vortex zone. I think you guys can see that. Down in the corner, Adams gets it through the North Star defenders, and Adams has got a breakaway. Perry trying to come back. Adams all alone looking for a shot. Nice save by Geniak. And that comes off. Wow. Lexi Geniak with a beautiful save to keep this game at zeros. Adams gets the puck ahead of the North Star defenders and has all the time in the world. Perry trying to back check and get back on that puck. But Geniak coming up big. Keeps this game tied at zeros. Adams ties up that faceoffs and wins it back over to Kensington Verbijar. Verbijar tried to get it over to St. Denis, but it comes out of the zone. St. Denis up the boards. Vortex have got to clear. Puck is tipped by Adams' stick as it's trying to be cleared by the North Star defenders. Down in the corner with it, Adams taking her time with George. North Star will come out with it, Barone sticking with her. Bouncing it off the wall, St. Denis keeps it, shot towards the net, saved by Geniak, and she'll cover it for a whistle. This is a really awkward angle, because the tripod is really not meant for my height. And just the position that I'm in, it's not. Whatever. Coming on now to take this face-off will be Della Valle with Rhodey and Walton as their wingers. Wilson and Power on the blue line. Della Valle ties it up, looking for a shot right off the draw and gets pickpocketed. Wrapped around the boards, Wilson unable to keep that puck in and they'll have to regroup. Taking that puck up, it's picked up by the defender of North Star. Walton picks up that puck, Della Valle squeaking through. Here comes Della Valle looking for a shot. Backhander, tripped up. Doesn't get the shot up, but draws a penalty, and that will give the Vortex a power play early in the first period. Should have been a penalty shot. Nonetheless, Della Valle comes in on a beautiful shot opportunity for, after a great break from the defense, gets tripped up, and she draws the penalty to get him back into, get him on a power play. So Adams will be on with Rhodey and Della Valle. Backing it will be Wilson and Power. North Star able to get that clear right off the draw. And Walton will come out to play that puck as it reaches the end of the zone. Wilson picks it up, takes a stop in her own zone, gives it up the wall for Power. Power taking it up the right side, gets poke checked, and North Star's got that puck now, taking it into the Vortex zone on the penalty kill. Cutting it towards the middle, nice move there, shot on net, blocked by Wilson. Adams dekes out her own teammate, and here she comes up the right side, taking it across the logo, crossing the blue line, cuts it towards the middle, loses it, but a good recovery from Rhodey. Keeps possession of it, in her feet, drops it off for Power. Power drops it over for Wilson. Wilson fighting with another North Star defender up along the wall, taken down in the process, still down on the ground. Adams cuts out with it. Good poke from the North Star defender. Still, I don't even know what's going on here. But it's knocked back down low. Rhodey getting hooked a little bit, and she's going to get called for it. Rhodey draws a hooking penalty, and it's going to be a 5-on-3 for 1 minute and 4. I didn't think they were going to call that, but a good call, and they have a 5-on-3 going into the North Star zone. 10:20 left to go in the first period. The score remains zeros. Face-off won by Adams over to Della Valle. Della Valle with a shot just over the net. And North Star gets the clear. Perry sends it down the other way. Walton out to play it in her crease, gives it over to St. Denis. St. Denis gives it over to the wall for Adams. Adams starting to take that puck down up with Della Valle and Rhodey. All three coming in at once. Nice move made by Adams, but doesn't get there. Geniak tried to jump on top of it. Doesn't get it. Della Valle gives it up to Verbijar. Verbijar loses it at first, but finds it. Looking around, tried to give it down low for Adams. Gets it there. Adams walks it in. Shot. Oh, what a save by Geniak. Oh, man, is she standing on her head to start this game. Holy. Two beautiful saves in the first 6 minutes of this game. Oh, man. Highway robbery on Adams. And it keeps the score at 0 on the 5-on-3. Wow. Face-off tied up by Della Valle. It's one taken by Rhodey. Rhodey's going to give it back up to Della Valle. Della Valle, cross ice over to St. Denis. St. Denis looking around, cuts it towards the middle. Puck towards the net, doesn't hit. Della Valle taking her time with it, cutting it towards the middle. 12 seconds left to go in the 5-on-3. And a giveaway at the top of the blue line. North Star taking it back the other way. Nice move on St. Denis, but Della Valle there to recover her mistake. So that'll bring us to the end of the 5-on-3, but the Vortex remain on the power play with 53 seconds left to go in that other penalty. St. Denis gets a piece of it, so no icing. I keep kicking the tripod, sorry guys. And Perry gets a piece of it, gets it out of the zone. Power will pick it up as it crosses the blue line. Take her time with it. Nice saucer pass over to Ryan Adams on the wall. But Allison George way offside. So already gives the Vortex a time to reset. But, man, can we just acknowledge the performance that Lexi Geniak's putting on for North Star right now? Holy moly. I've seen her play. She played with Ryan Walton a little while ago. I think it was last year, actually. Man, she can make some pretty good saves. Face-off was won by the Vortex and just immediately dumped into the North Star zone, taking it around the corner, dumping it up the wall. Power can't keep it in, and it gets down the other length of the ice. Walton doesn't come out to play it. Wilson fighting it behind her own net. She'll pick it up. Wilson pinned up along the wall. Coming in to help. Adams picks that puck up. Adams looking to take it up herself. She's going to start the process of skating it back. Adams cutting it over the blue line. Skating it in, cutting out. Looking towards the front of the net for Walton, but the pass doesn't go. Adams still with possession of that puck. And it's cut out towards the middle, and it's back to even strength. North Star up the left side. Taking it across the blue line. Up on Wilson. Nice shot blocked by Wilson. Redirection away from the net. Another pass blocked by Power. That defensive line has been playing pretty good today. But North Star keeps it in, dumps it in the corner. Puck trickles over the stick of a North Star defender. Doesn't get a stick on it. Adams to start the process of taking it out. Here goes Walton coming down with Rhodey. Rhodey sticking with the North Star defender. Walton there too, but I think she just gave up. Getting it up the wall. Della Valle with some good body contact. Power, nice move, cutting it up the wall. She's going to look to take it herself. Here she goes. Power. Oh, almost a nice move, but stopped by the feet of the defender on North Star. Barone looking for a shot, saved by Geniak, and she'll cover it for a whistle. So you guys are looking at it. 7:16 left to go in the first period. Still 0-0 the score. With North Star's goaltender Lexi Geniak standing on her head. Walton has yet to record a shot faced. It has been the Vortex game all along. That goaltender for North Star keeping him in. Face-off is won by the Vortex, given up top for Verbijar. Verbijar loses it at first, gets it back over to George in the middle. Can't get her stick on it, and North Star will start taking it up the other way. North Star dumps it into the zone. I'm trying to block this. I don't know how to do this. George picks it up, trying to clear that zone. It's stopped by Perry at the blue line. Shot on net, and Walton faces her first shot of the game. Another shot off the pad, and that will be covered for a whistle. And the first face-off down in the Vortex zone. Looks like we got a little bit of chitter-chatter going down there between the Vortex and North Star. But we'll have Della Valle take the face-off on the left side of Walton's net with George and Barone on the line. Perry gets that puck at the blue line, blocked by Della Valle. That one had to hurt. Still battling around with it, and here comes Verbijar taking the loose puck out herself. Taking it down across the blue line, loses the puck, and a good defensive play from North Star. Vortex will have to clear. We'll have a regroup, giving it back over towards Della Valle behind the red line. Della Valle tried to get that puck up, doesn't do it. Verbijar got a stick on it, but wasn't ready for the puck, at least stopping it in its tracks. Della Valle, nice move, gets that back over towards him, but Perry breaks up a good opportunity. George goes down in the middle of the ice, a good body check from North Star. I mean, I don't know what that was. Pass block on Della Valle, giving up the board towards George. But Perry picks it off and starts taking it back. Perry's got an opportunity for a shot. Looks for it, glove save by Walton. teammate on teammate there, both playing for the South Point Stars U18A team, who are preparing to go away for their U18 provincials this week. And some fun junior action hockey to start off the week to get themselves ready for it. Adams ties up that faceoff. It's won by North Star. North Star throws it into the corner, back behind their own net. That's Wilson's going to find it. Get up the boards, kept in at the hash marks. Still skating with it, drops it back for a defenseman. Shot towards the net, doesn't hit. Wilson still tied up behind their net. Shot out in front. Rebound, scores! North Star gets on the board first. After a penalty gets drawn in the corner, but an opportunity out in front for number 67 on North Star with nobody around her, and North Star takes the first lead of the game, 1-0. Not something I expected to happen, but nonetheless, it happened. You leave a girl by herself like that out in front of the net, not a lot of good things will happen. Face-off is tied up, but taken by North Star. North Star cutting it up the middle of the ice, and here they go, coming down the blue line. Taking it into the Vortex zone. Out wide, looking out in front. Shot attempt on the one-time pass, doesn't go. Shot from the blue line doesn't hit the net. Power picks up that puck up along the hash marks. And Power's going to get it up the ice for Rhodey. Knocked down in the process, loses the puck. She'll find it again, getting it over to Wilson. Wilson tried to get it up the wall for, I don't know who, but it's knocked back down to the Vortex zone for Power. Walton finds it, loses it. Adams trying to get it up the boards. Blocked by number 3 on North Star. Back over to Wilson on that left side. And Wilson's going to dump it in, no ice. Walton's going to be the first one in the corner on that puck. Loses it on her stick, not a shocker. And North Star gets that puck out one-on-one coming down against Danica Wilson. Wilson keeping good defensive pressure. Nice move made there. Almost lost Wilson, but Wilson with a good defensive recovery gets that puck back. Looks like North Star is starting to take big possession of this game there. They got a lot of momentum after that first goal. Adams comes out with the loose puck. Adams gets it over to Walton, who doesn't get it on her stick, but tips, so no ice. Heading towards Geniac's net. She will kick it away. Walton tried to hit him with the old house league move. Good block by number 9 up along the wall from North Star to keep that puck from going back into the zone. Verbijar gets a skate on into the middle of the ice. Knocked up the boards by number 77 for North Star as they take it back into the Vortex zone. North Star cutting it out wide, looking for a shot. Glove save by Walton. She'll get a whistle. 3:45 left to go in the first period. North Star leads 1-0. On a goal from somebody out in front who was literally uncovered. Had nobody around him. Walton having a little bit of issues on her net. I assume it's just a helmet issue, but here we go. Della Valle taking the face off, wins it off the draw, and here she goes. She's got a little bit of room to skate, and she's going to look to take it. Gets it up the boards. Good play over to herself. Over to Barone, but Barone can't get her stick on it. Verbijar finds it, puts it towards the net, scooped up by Geniac. Another windmill save, but I mean, that one was a little bit of a dribbler. Still, good save. She's been playing a great game to start this half. So with the junior tournament, I think it works as 2 periods, 15 minutes each. We'll have a face-off to the right side of Geniac's net. Della Valle wins that face-off to St. Denis. St. Denis with a shot. Glove saved by Geniac. No problem. I gotta make sure I don't turn into a North Star fan going into this game. Della Valle, same spot, same face-off. Ties up the face-off. Looks for a shot. Saved by Geniac again. 3 or 4 shots in about 10 seconds. I like whoever's on Ox, though. Same spot again. Della Valle ties up that face-off, but it's won by North Star this time. North Star just can't find it. They keep losing it in their feet. Stopped by the stick of Barone. Barone tried to throw it back down for Della Valle. She gets it there eventually. Della Valle cutting it towards the middle. still taking her time with it. Drops it over for Verbijar. Verbijar winds up, puts it towards the net. Pad save by Geniac. Barone gets it up the wall for Della Valle. Della Valle out in front for George, but a good pad by Geniac. Keeps it away from going towards him. Now Perry's got a little bit of room, but gets immediately swarmed by the Vortex. Barone has a little bit of room. Cuts it between the North Star defender. Out in front for Della Valle. Della Valle, but Geniac gets a glove on it and gets a whistle. 2:41 left to go in the first period. 1-0 remains the score for North Star. Adams on with Walton and Rhodey with Wilson and Power on the blue line. Face-off tied up, but one in favor of North Star. Good pickoff by Adams in the middle, who tries to get it over to Walton. Walton loses it in her feet, and North Star will start taking it back up the other way. Look at Walton on the back check. Power gets it up the wall for Walton. Walton tied up with the defender up top. Walton gets it through, and here she goes. Walton skating it up the right side. Still has some room, but loses the puck just a little far out in front. The North Star trying to clear the zone. Doesn't hit anybody on the way through, so it will go down for icing. We'll get a face-off down in North Star's zone. This is what you came for. I always get excited when Walton touches the puck. Because she doesn't know how to play hockey. It's just fun to watch. It's coming from, I make fun of her. 2:07 left to go. Face-off to the left side of Geniac's net. Face-off is won by North Star. Kept on the wall by Walton. Walton tried to get it towards the middle of the net for Rhodey. Adams tied up down low. Comes out with a little bit of space. Adams getting hooked, nothing called. Rebound was there on Geniac, but it doesn't go. North Star starting to skate it back into the Vortex zone. Power with good defense gets that puck right back. And I think Power's going to look to skate it. Here comes Power. Power up the left side, skating in with Adams and Walton, taken out wide. Out in front for Adams, sticked away. North Star able to clear that puck, but it's given right back to Rhodey, who's covering on defense. Wilson tried to get it to the middle for Power again. Walton has a little bit of room. Here she goes, skating up the right side, looking for a shot. Pad saved by Geniac, and she'll cover it, get a whistle. .116 left to go in the first. They'll get a line change as Della Valle will come on with George and Barone. St. Denis and Verbijar on the blue line. Face-off tied up and won by North Star, given up top to the into the corner. St. Denis keeps that puck in, tried to rifle it towards the net, but a good block from North Star's defender keeps it out. Verbijar gets that puck and fires it back in, keeps it in at the blue line. Here comes Della Valle skating up the middle, knocks the stick away, puck goes flying in the air. That was the stick of Perry. It was a mean shot. Della Valle with a shot, glove saved by Geniac. Wow. .51 seconds left to go. And Geniac has been unstoppable. What a brick wall. Face off to the left side of Geniac's net with Della Valle taking the face off. Tied up at 1 by the Vortex. George has some time with it. Knocked away. Verbijar doesn't get a stick on it, so it'll come out and they'll have to regroup. Verbijar's going to pick it up and throw it right back into the zone. Perry with a D-to-D pass. Looking up to the middle of the ice. Doesn't hit anybody, but it will hit Walton, so no icing. And Walton's going to cover it. .30 seconds left to go in the first period. We'll have Della Valle taking the face-off to the right side of Walton's net. Face-off is won by North Star. Will it come out? Perry keeps it in at the blue line with a shot towards the net, saved by Walton. Sticked away, given up top for Perry at the blue line. Picked up by St. Denis, and St. Denis is going to have some room to skate. She's got 15 seconds left to do it. Skating it in herself, taking it out wide. Cutting it up, looking for a shot. Off the pad. Verbijar keeps it in with her skate. 5 seconds left to go. And that will do it for this period. All right, so at the end of the first period, North Star holds on to the lead 1-0 as Geniac proceeds to put on a masterclass. This is prime Carey Price. I mean, flashing the leather like I've never seen before. Geniac's been playing one heck of a game. Keeping North Star in with the shots being 13-2 at the end of the first. So the Vortex have got to figure out what they need to do here and what they're doing wrong. They got to find the back of the net. They're getting the shots there easily. They just need to find the back of the net and beat that goaltender who is putting on such a great game. So here we go. The Vortex looking to bounce back and get the lead going into the second period. 15 minutes left to do so. Hey, Bryn! Can you score? Please? Face-off won by Adams over to the left side for Rhodey, but North Star right on top of that puck. Knocked over to Wilson. Wilson will have some time with it. Loses the puck at first. Gives it over to Power. Power gets it through her feet. Adams is going to start taking it up herself as we're finding the loose puck. Two defenders staying with her, and it's broken up. North Star taking it back the other way into the Vortex zone. Cutting it towards the middle. Good defensive play by Power. Power gets it up the wall for Walton. Walton tried to get it up for Adams. Still stuck up along the boards. Walton finally gets it towards the middle, but nobody there to pick it up. North Star will just fire it away. Wilson trying to cut it through. Walton finds it eventually. Gives it over to Rhodey. Rhodey over to Wilson. Wilson cutting it in. Looking for a shot save. Rebounds there. Adams shot scores! Vista ties it up on a rebound goal from Adams. And the Vortex are back in this game just like that. Beautiful shot from Wilson, who takes it in herself over in the right corner. Shot off the pad. Walton almost had the rebound. Loses a piece of it. Adams finds it. Back of the net. It's a 1-1 game. Della Valle ties up that face-off. Gets it forward. Doesn't have enough time to get it through though. Here comes North Star skating it back. Wilson's keeping with her. Wilson breaks up the play. Doesn't let anything happen. Gives it up the boards for Della Valle. Della Valle now taking it up herself, and here she goes, taking it across the logo. Coming in by herself. Tried to get over to George on that right side, but a good skate from North Star keeps it away. Power's going to pick that puck up, taking it across the blue line. Power gives it over to George. George loses it in her feet. North Star will take it up. That's Perry. But give it over to the middle for Barone, and Barone's got a little room to skate. Gets it through. She's going to dump it in. That's George skating into the corner. George finding it, losing it on her stick. Barone finding it, try to get it over to George. Giving up top for St. Denis. St. Denis with a rocket towards the net, doesn't go. Verbiger's going to try and walk this and keep it in. St. Denis finds it though, throws it into the corner. Della Valle taking her time with it, stick handling, taking it across the circle, giving it up top for St. Denis. St. Denis walks it in, shot on net, rebounds there, doesn't go, kick to the corner. Shots out in front for George, and the net's kicked off. Some beautiful opportunities back down on the North Star zone. George with a beautiful opportunity out in front. Stick lift gets her away, and the net comes off. I mean, nothing you can do about that. But okay, hold on. We didn't even notice this. We made a goalie change. Midratovic comes in to replace Walton, and she'll play the second half of this game. I didn't even notice that. Walton throws a body. Jeez. Gets it up the boards for Walton. Walton able to throw that puck into the corner. Kept it on her skate. Throws it back into the zone. Adams picks it back up. Cutting it towards the middle. She still has that puck, but loses it. North Star with it now, taking it up the left side wall. Skating in with two. Finding room to skate across that right side. Throwing it towards the middle of the net, and Midratovic will have a nice, easy cover up and get a whistle. Oh, I don't know how you guys did that, sorry. Adams taking the face off. It's given up for the defender. Gets the shot off before Rhodey can reach it. Looking out in front, off the pad of Midratovic. Power has it now. Taking her time with it. Power making a nice move, losing her defender. Power up the wall for Rhodey. Rhodey able to get that puck out towards Adams. Adams coming down with a 2-on-0 with Walton. Adams looking, shot, scores! Make that 2! Adams gets the Vortex the lead, and they're up 2-1 early in the second. I honestly think she should have passed it to Bryn. I'm kidding. Adams with her 4th goal of the tournament. In the Vortex, just like that, are back in the lead. 12:07 left to go in this second. Beautiful pass from Rhodey to get it up to Adams, who had enough room to get it through her defender and take it up herself. North Star with that puck at the blue line, they throw it over into the Vortex zone. Going behind Mijitovic's net, Wilson meet the puck at the same time with the North Star defender, and Della Valle is going to be the one to come out with it. Taylor Della Valle wants to get on the board of her own, and here she comes right down on the right side. Cutting it out wide, still with that puck. Good move made by Della Valle. Still holding on to that puck. Giving it cross ice for Power, but Power can't get her stick on it. A player there to break up that pass, and they're coming back into the North Star zone, trying to get that puck out towards the middle. Power gets a stick on it. George finding it, trying to help out with Della Valle, and they get that puck out. Kept up, shot towards the net, off the stake of their own player. Looking for another shot, good stick lift by Barone. Trying to get it up the wall for Barone from Wilson. Putting it towards the front of that, nothing goes. Power now looking for some room to skate. Taking her time, cross ice pass to Barone. Barone can't get her stick on it, but it's off the skate of George. George to Barone. Wilson now with a shot on net, pad save by GDX. He jumps on top of it. I don't even know what I was saying the last 10 seconds there, but George had it, got it to Barone. Barone gave it up to Wilson. Wilson shot, saved by Geniac. Adams taking the face-off back on hat-trick watch. She was last game, I'd assume, but giving into the corner. Walton meeting that puck in its tracks. Up to the middle. Adams breaks free with the puck. Loses it right away. Giving back down low. Rhodey skating with it. Rhodey looking for some room. Puts it towards the net. Walton with a shot opportunity. Pad save. Rebounds there. Geniac's on top of it. Adams almost had that hat-trick goal there in her 5th of the tournament. But no go. 10:33 left to go in the second. Rhodey gets it over towards Verbijar. Verbijar to St. Denis. St. Denis with a shot. Blocker save. Nice reach over to get that puck. Verbijar from the point. Doesn't go. Walton skates over the corner. Breaks up that pass. Adams walks in. Shot. Just puts it over the net. Verbijar keeps that puck in. Throws it down low for Adams. Adams tried to cut it up for herself. Walton breaks that puck free. Adams still fighting with it down low. You can tell Adams is hungry for that 3rd goal. Try to put it out in front. Rhodey has it now. Rhodey dropping it down for Adams. Adams cutting it towards the middle. Looking for a shot. Shoulder save by Geniac. Something good going here for the Vortex. Rhodey breaks out with it. Gives it up top for Verbijar. Verbijar gives it back for Rhodey. Rhodey to Adams. Adams at the hash marks, throws it back down for Rhodey, but not just a little far in front. North Star has a hold on it right now. Can they get rid of it? Kept in by St. Denis. St. Denis gets it over to Rhodey between her feet. Adams with a shot opportunity, but she whiffs on it. Adams up to Verbijar. Verbijar back to Adams. Adams over to Rhodey. Rhodey trying to break free. Still with it in the corner. Pinned up along the wall, loses it, and North Star has that puck. Walton comes in, throws a shoulder. St. Denis keeps that puck in on the wall, but it's going to get knocked out, and they will take it out. North Star finally with a break, taking it into the Vortex zone. Cutting it free, looking for a shot, doesn't hit the net. That was a lot of talking. Rhodey gets it out to Adams. Adams, now with some room. Adams coming down with Walton. Give it to Bryn. Shot. Nice save by Geniac. Adams over to Bryn. Walton. I'm getting excited. I'm calling her by her first name. North Star with an opportunity down in the Vortex zone, skating it in, stopping at the top of the circle. She's all by herself. She needs some room, some opportunity to get it to herself. Wilson stops that puck on the way through to the net. Gets it up the wall, trying to get it to George. Blocked shot by Della Valle, thrown into the corner. 8:12 left to go in the second period. Barone now with it, giving it up to Della Valle, who loses it. George almost got a stick on it. George loses it in her feet, still has it, gets it up for Della Valle. North Star picks it back up. 67, who already has the goal for North Star today. Skating it in, drops it off for her defense partner, and it's thrown down in the corner. Wilson first to that puck for the Vortex. North Star throwing it out in front, knocked away by the stick of power. She'll pick it back up, trying to get it on the wall for George. George trying to finish that clear, doesn't go. Wilson's going to find it. Wilson trying to get it up the wall, gets it to Della Valle eventually off a block pass. Della Valle skating it in, has George wide open on the right side. Both Barone and George. Barone will skate out with it, trying to get it to the middle for George. Off the stick of George, so it blocks. Power walking this in now. Looking for a shot, doesn't go. Barone trying to skate it in, has a shot opportunity, saved by Geniak, and she'll jump on top of it for a whistle. Oh, there is spit all over my phone. That's what I get for talking so much. It's the superpowers I get from my dad. 2-1. Score is 2-1 going into the second, or going halfway through the second. Goals both coming from Ryan Adams. And we have that line back on. Speaking of, North Star will take that puck off the faceoff. Off the skate, Adams is going to find it. Here comes Adams, skating it in herself. Nice cut out wide, loses it in the defender's feet. Good defensive play from Perry to keep her out wide. Puck's thrown out. Last length of defense will be St. Denis, who just fires it off the wall. North Star finds it though, and it's going to be thrown towards the net and covered by Mijatovic, who wanted to play it, but the whistle goes. Ryan Adams down low, taking the face-off, on with that same line of Walton and Rhodey. Verbijar and St. Denis on the blue line. St. Denis will take that face-off win off the draw, giving it up the boards for Rhodey. Rhodey tried to get that pinch out of the boards, stuck in between the feet of 87 on North Star. Adams gets it through. Will she cut the puck back though? No, she won't. St. Denis trying to get that puck out again. Verbijar finds it, gets some open space, and she'll have a lot of time to get it out. Dumping it out of the boards. Stopped by number 3. And she'll get that puck out. Walton got a stick on it, but here comes North Star 2-on-2. Coming in late to help is Verbijar. Pad save by Mijatovic. Adams picks that puck up. Adams looking around, starting to take it up the middle. Adams coming in on the left side, taking her time out towards the bottom of the circle. Skating around with it. Adams still with time, gives it up top for Power. Power with a shot towards the net. Pad save, rebound was there. Quick glove from Geniak, gets the whistle. 5:50 left to go in the second. 2-1 still. 4:44 on the clock. In case you guys wanted to know. This has been a very dominant game in favor of the Vortex, who have had almost all the possession time down in North Star zone. Della Valle ties up that face-off. Barone has a shot opportunity. Puck is trapped in between someone's feet. Backhanded shot from Della Valle, no go. Della Valle tied up behind her own net, still has it. Looking up top, Power, looking for a shot. Over towards George for the rebound shot, doesn't go. Pushing and shoving out in front of the net. Della Valle with some room. Looking for the shot, knocked down, and she'll get the call. Della Valle draws, I think it's her second of the game. And the Vortex will have their third power play of the game. So that power play line will consist of Barone, Della Valle, and Adams, with Power and St. Denis on the blue line. 2 minutes on the clock for the penalty. Face-off won by the Vortex. Adams has it. Adams up top for Power. Power cuts it in, has it, gives it over to Adams. Adams back to Power. Power off the skate towards Della Valle. Della Valle to Adams. Adams back up top to Power. Power off the boards towards Adams, down in the corner. Adams tied up with, I think that's Perry. No, Perry's in the middle. That is not Perry. Della Valle helping now with Adams. Adams will come out with that loose puck. Adams up top to Power. Power walking it in, looking for a shot. Doesn't hit the net. Down in the corner, North Star will get the clear. And Power wasting no time to try and take that puck back up. Loses it though, gets the pass over towards North Star. Barone trying to get rid of that puck. But North Star holds on to it. That's Perry. Puck is cleared. Della Valle can't get it there in time to get her stick on it. St. Denis will hold on to it now in the Vortex zone. Giving it up the wall for Della Valle, just a little far out in front though. Gets it back over to Adams in the middle of the ice. Adams will start skating it up the wall. Staying with her is a North Star defender. Adams still with the puck behind the North Star net. Puts it out in front for somebody, nobody there to pick it up. North Star will get the clear. St. Denis gives that puck over to Power on the left side. Power taking it across her blue line. Deep cross ice pass to Adams. Way to ride the line from Della Valle. Shot from Adams doesn't hit. Power with almost had an opportunity. St. Denis puts it towards the net. Puck is loose. Rebounds there. Della Valle can't get it. Puck still there. Adams has time. 21 seconds left to go in the penalty. Power. St. Denis. St. Denis. Shot. Doesn't hit. Blocked by number 77. Barone. Out in front for Della Valle. Shot saved by Geniak. Geniak has been unstoppable with the up close and personal shots today. They'll send on Rhodey, Walton, and George to kill the rest of this penalty. For the rest of this power play. Never mind, Walton's coming off. Come on, why are you getting rid of our star player? 8 seconds left to go in that penalty against North Star. Della Valle stays on, wins that face, tied up. George will bring it out, give it over to Rhodey. Wilson walks it in. Saved. Rhodey, Verbijar off the pass, doesn't hit. Puck out in front of the net for a shot. North Star will pick it up, and they'll take it around their own net, up around the corner. Coming up the left side wall, taking it across the red line, looking for an opportunity for a shot on net, doesn't hit. Down in the corner, Della Valle still in the corner, putting on some pressure. Rhodey breaks free with it. And here comes Elizabeth Rhodey taking it across the logo. Hooked it first, still has some room to skate. Stops, looks around, tied up against the boards. 3 North Star defenders with 1 Vortex player. And North Star will get the clear. Oh my gosh, I need water. Wilson looking, has some room. And George goes offside. We'll have that Adams, Walton, and Barone line come on. Adams has been playing a heck of a tournament so far. Still on that hat-trick watch with 2:35 left to go. Wins that face-off. St. Denis wants to take it in for herself, and she will. And he gets pickpocketed. Good play by the North Star defenseman. Adams cuts it up. Gets it over to Walton. Walton gets it through her legs, but to nobody. Perry will pick it up. Good stick by good stick by Adams. Shot from Adams, blocked by the stick of North Star. Wrapped around the boards, it's held onto by St. Denis at the blue line. St. Denis will try and get it over to Adams, but doesn't get there quick enough as a North Star player has time to come in and get that pass. North Star picks it up, and they'll send it down the other way, no icing.